What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Chris, as always with me, Liam. And today we are diving into a brand new series. We're jumping right into season 2. First 2 episodes, we're going to be reviewing the Mayfair Witches. AMC is building out the Immortalsverse with Interview with the Vampire, and now we have the Mayfair Witches all coming in together. I've really enjoyed the Interview with the Vampire. I always have since I was a little kid, but the new series I enjoy. And now we're checking out Mayfair. We finished up season 1. Let us know what you guys thought of season 1 down in the comments. We'll let you guys know in the comments as well. We're not going to talk about it on this episode, but we'll definitely engage with you guys in the comments on it. We're into season 2. Episode 1 and 2, we're going to be reviewing them right now. And you said you liked episode 1 of season 2 actually hooked you back in. So let's talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, first off, I want to mention over the last week, watched all of season 1 so that we could just do this new season with y'all. And I'm still struggling with the name. I keep wanting to say it's Welfare Witches, Wayfair Witches.
That's my fault. I kept calling it Wayfair Witches for like the whole first day we were talking about it. And I think I might have screwed your head up a little bit with that. Yeah. So we may say Wayfair or more than once during this. Know that we did not mean that.
We are not sponsored by Wayfair.
Right.
All right. So the whole deal with Lasher in human form.
Yeah. So I'm still really interested. He's been called a demon. He's been called the spirit. He's been called the devil. He's been called a lot of different things, but we don't know what he really is other than a supernatural force. Now that he is in a body, though, it seems he doesn't have power. Like he gave up power to become human. And now our, what do they call them? Designees? What's the main matriarch inside of the Mayfair? Designee, right? They call him a designee. Yeah. So, you know, we have Rowan, our main designee now, who has all the power. And she's even got new powers in season 2. Like she can heal wounds. She can cure cancer. We haven't seen her bring anything back to life yet. That seems to be outside of her grasp. She did have to get rid of that one body, but she's got power upgrade this season. Yeah. We also got to meet more naturally gifted witches, right? So and we had Tessa, who could glamour you. She got taken out by the radicals in the season 1, but now we met her sister, who is a telepath, can read your mind. So it's kind of interesting. I want to see what other supernatural family members may come into the mix here in season 2.
Sure will be plenty because they talk about the other people getting more power, right? So that was a big element in what they've been dealing with. But for me, Lasher, I just want to say this real quick, is like a cross of like Crowley and Dracula or Lestrade from Queen of the Damned, right?
Lestrade? Yeah, so he's Interview with the Vampire too, as well. He's the one who turns Louis.
Yeah,
And it's Lestat.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to get a lot of hate for that one.
That's all good.
So it's like Lestat and Crowley combined is what I feel Lasher is.
Yeah, I definitely get Crowley vibes from Supernatural. Like big old demon inside of a human husk. Yeah, for sure. No, I think what I was really, the big question I have, and maybe you guys can answer it without giving us too much spoilers, you know, from the books and everything, but what is his power? Because he seems to be almost like a succubus. Like no matter how angry one of these witches are, or mad, or upset, or what's going on in their life, the minute he shows up, the only thing they're thinking of is sleeping with him. Am I wrong?
No.
Like he seduces everyone that he meets. And to the detriment of him here in season 2, because now that he's in mortal form, apparently it's fatal, which we got to figure out what's going on there.
Well, he's heavily connected to the bloodline.
Yeah.
So that could be why they're instantly drawn to him for that and not know it.
So it's almost like they can't resist him.
Yes.
Almost like the blood has him charmed.
Well, yeah, think of it like pheromones, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of for this. But I feel like he's going through them to collect his powers again.
Oh, shit.
So it's like Pokemon Gotta Catch 'em All, but with witch powers. And that's how he's getting his powers, is by taking from them.
Oh. So for me, I mean, that would make a lot of sense. But like for me, I don't think he knows what he's doing.
I don't think he knows that either.
Okay.
But I think that's what he's doing.
Because he's specifically targeting Mayfair Witches as the only people he's killing.
And he's getting stronger each time.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he's collecting the powers.
Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's interesting. So he's collecting power by seducing and killing witches, with the main goal being to be able to combat Rowan and get all his powers back, or be powerful enough to rule a hellish landscape together.
Well, he can't resist her. Like, he really wants her.
Yeah.
Is it for the same reason, just to get the power back?
I always thought the reason he wanted her so bad is because she is the 13th witch. She was the gateway, the doorway. He knew that. And he
Doesn't need her anymore. He already achieved that piece of the prophecy.
But they talked about, Rowan mentions it to him, that my power is amplified the closer proximity, right? The further away you are, the less powerful I am. And so does he need her just as much as she needs him? Like, do they feel like their powers connected?
I don't know.
Like, his human body maybe is not as powerful or as durable or maybe not anything what it should be without her.
Well, we know it's not human,
Correct.
because they were talking about
Or additional.
two additional chromosomes making
I thought it was four, yeah.
Oh, could be four.
Yeah.
I thought it was 4 chromosomes total.
Could be. Yeah. I remember them saying 4, but yeah, there's extra. He's got extra,
Yes.
which made him think he was like an orangutan or some sort of monkey, like not human.
Oh, yeah. The friend
Yeah.
from, what, college days or something? It felt
Seemed like it may have been a boyfriend at one point. They have that tension. But
med school student that they were together with or something like that.
that would make the most sense, med school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I went with it.
Yeah. But yeah, he's obviously still very infatuated with her and would do anything for her. And I think he's going to be a huge key in figuring out what exactly Lasher is, because his resources are abundant. He's the head of some crazy lab.
Yeah, he had really good luck with some kind of startup or something like that. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
What do you think of Sip?
Man, in season 1, I really enjoyed him. They've dulled him down. They basically like put him on the bench and neutered him in this season. All he does is run around and act scared.
Well, he's lost in, what's the phrase? A forest of mirrors?
Yeah, I don't know. In
You know
season,
what that is?
no, I don't.
So a forest of mirrors is like spy terminology. So when you're in the forest, you're always looking over your back, right? You're worried everyone's out to get you. It just means that you're like super fucking paranoid and you're always being hyper vigilant to pay attention.
Yeah.
And that ultimately leads to your downfall.
Yeah.
And so he is caught in the organization that he devoted his life to.
Tell him.
Yep. To feeling kind of betrayed by them, so working behind them because he fell in love with Rowan. So that's why he's stuck between two worlds right now. He doesn't know who he can trust. The only person he seems to really trust easily is the healer.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems to have. It seems that they are very similar because when he talks to her in the living room, she's like, hey, I have big gaps in my memory that I don't remember. Like, what's up with that? And he tells her, like, oh, homeboy can just erase you. Like, just erase. And she was like,
She jokes about it though. She's like, that's effective. Shitty, but effective.
yeah. Yeah, so I think she also is like a good-hearted, supernatural person that works for this company. Because that's the thing, when you get introduced to the Talamasca in the movie Queen of the Damned, they're almost not necessarily watchers as they are like directly getting involved with what's going on with the vampire culture. And so, and this is just in the movie, right? It could be very different in the book. So when the leader is like, Talamasca are supposed to be watchers, and we're gonna sit back and do nothing, I'm like confused a little bit at what is the purpose of the Talamasca at this point? Obviously, we're in earlier stages of like their development. I think maybe they've been around for a long time, but like what we're seeing maybe isn't what we see in that movie. I don't know. There's like a disconnect for me. I'm trying to figure that out.
I'm not sure. I honestly didn't even recall them from the movie.
Yes.
I completely forgot about them.
The main chick in Queen of the Damned, not the queen herself, but like the one that Lestat is falling in love with, is infatuated with, she directly worked for the Talamasca. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of Rowan's relationship with Lasher?
Yeah, see, like that's the thing. I don't understand because she hates him. She's fearful of him. She wants him dead.
But at the same time, she's still mothering him.
I think one of the witches touched on it she hit the nail on the head when she said to Rowan, you don't want to kill him because he gives you power. Like, even if you tried to kill him, like, you missed on purpose, right? And I think that's really what's going on, is she's deathly scared of him. But at the same time, I think she's also scared to lose what makes her special. Like, she's special. I don't know. Anytime I think that she's going to do something to hurt him, she always, like, she falls under his charm for a bit. Do you notice that? Like, he has, like we talked about earlier, he has like this ability to charm them. And so, like, it's almost like it goes from anger to seduction, and then she can snap out of it, which she did, and we start throwing trees at him in the forest and stuff and making him run away. But again, that's the thing that I think, you know, just missing by a little bit, because she's powerful. She could have struck him with lightning. She could have torn down the forest. She could have blown him over with wind. She could have done so much, but instead, she just made sure it was the limb behind him every time. Like, I don't know. Maybe she's angry, but not enough to kill him.
And I've got another question around him. The way he kept aging, I get he was getting to his adult form faster, but is he going to stop there or is he going to keep going?
My guess is he'll stop as soon as he hits the actor's actual age. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
So he grows to a full man in 7 days, and then I think he's just going to stop at what we know Lasher look like.
And I wonder if, because 7 days is kind of biblical, right? So maybe that's another hint to evil?
Yeah, I mean, in the tarot cards, it said the devil.
Well, I've known quite a few women who played with tarot cards, and it doesn't always mean the devil.
Okay, so just like evil then?
Something bad.
Okay.
And it's depending on whether it's right side up or right side down. I don't know all the details of it, but I remember that was a big thing for chicks in high school to play with.
Really?
Well,
Not my high school.
my high school, yeah, it was. There was a lot of that type of stuff. It was always the goth chicks playing with them, stuff like that. I enjoyed it. It was interesting to me. It was something new, and it was another form of mythology that I could dive into.
Yeah, that's what's fascinating to me is lore and thought, like all like the myths and the legends and the lore that goes into all of that stuff. Like that stuff is fascinating to me.
Because it's story building. Exactly. The same reason we like doing this. All right, so Cortland, you think of that fucking statue and then the dream thing and what the fuck?
So, like you mentioned earlier, we like speed ran season 1. So like some of what's in season 1 and some of what happened in the first episode of season 2 are still kind of blurred together for me. So help me remember, did we find out what Cortland did at the end of season 1 or the beginning of season 2?
So he was turned into a statue at the end of season 1.
Okay, so we had found out at that point
Yeah.
that he had raped her mother and he was the real father.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I think at this point, he's been a servant for Lasher for so long, he just does his, but he's fearful of him, right? We've seen in other episodes where he's fearful of Lasher. And I think he's doing his bidding to, one, stay alive, but two, because I think he believes he's going to get rewarded. And he did, right? He got immortality, and then she turned into stone. So,
You're immortal? Great. You can stay that way.
yeah, what a way to do it. And I don't think his dad is dead. I think his dad is trapped in another plane of existence.
That's why he was so upset that he was left.
And why it cuts back to the dad yelling Rowan. I think Lasher or another witch banished him to a different plane.
Well, in season 1, didn't they say something along the lines of that what Cortland's dad had worked with Lasher heavily?
Yeah, but that was maybe because there was an uncle. Usually he attaches himself to a female witch, but there is one male that he attached himself, Julian, I believe his name was.
Is that his dad?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Let's do a quick Google and find out.
Tell us.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Are they one and the same? Is the dad the one who Lasher partnered up with for a little while? Let's see. Mayfair Witches. What is your name, sir? They don't have him listed as an official character in IMDb. Let me see if I can just ask directly. Who is Julian Mayfair in Mayfair Witches?
According to Wikipedia, Ted Levine was cast in a recurring guest starring role as Julian Mayfair, Cortland and Carlotta's father, and a master manipulator.
You are correct. They are one and the same.
There we go.
Good stuff. All right, so he has wielded Lasher's power before, so he knows what that is. I wonder if something went wrong, or the women wanted to take the power back from the man, banished him, and took Lasher. I think he's trapped in another plane of existence and he was put there by his family.
Or he's another statue.
Where would the statue be? Just somewhere.
The crypt.
Okay.
They may not have linked it, but Rowan may put it together if she stumbles across it because she knows what she did.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
He will reappear as Team Bad at some point. Like, he's going to be a big bad we go against in this show. I have a feeling.
I'm sure.
And he also said to Cortland, the best thing you can do is stay out of it. I have other people already working on it. So there are people on Team Evil, I'm going to call it,
Team Evil. Okay.
that we have not met yet. There are other Mayfairs or people who work with them who are directly connected to Julian, the father, that we don't know about yet. Or maybe we do know about, but they've been sleeper agents, like almost working behind the scenes, pretending to be on the right side, but not being on the right side. And ultimately, too, what is his goal? Does he want Lasher back? Does he want Lasher dead? What does he want?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants revenge. Maybe he wants to be his lover. Who knows?
Yeah, could be.
It is Anne Rice.
Yes. I have read Interview with a Vampire. I get this.
All right.
So what did you think about Cortland's door, JoJo? Her reaction to finding out that she had a sister and the way that happened.
It leads me to believe that if Julian is, well, no, not Julian. Cortland is, this is par for course for him.
Yeah.
It's just a normal thing. So she wasn't surprised at all.
She called him a predator, something else. And I think that was her full realization of who her father was, right? She had known suspicions, but I think she put it in the back burner, back in her mind, never really wanted to admit it. And I think in that scene was her coming to terms with the fact that her dad's an evil fucking man. Coward, but evil.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's very fear-based. It's self-preservation based.
Percent.
But Moira, Lucy, and one other sister. What?
There's Tessa. Tessa got killed.
Tessa died in season 1.
Yep.
Right? And then Lucy got killed by Lasher.
Yep.
And now we have Moira.
Moira is the one who can read your minds.
Yes. Who is working with Sip. Kinda. Well, yeah.
I think we saw the beginning of her starting to work with the Talamasca against her family. Yeah, for sure.
And she was very well aware of them. Is everybody else just as aware of the Talamasca?
I think supernaturals are.
Oh.
The rest of the world has no idea.
So essentially, the Talamasca to these witches are viewed as police force, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. They're supposed to watch and maintain the balance of good and evil, like through the supernatural world.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more than just watching.
Right, and that's the thing. They're supposed to be the watchers, like the guys who just like document and keep balance. And like if real evil gets out of control, like in Queen of the Damned, where like the whole world's gonna end and we're just gonna get sucked dry, like that kind of situation, then they step in. But
Influencing quite a bit, though.
behind the scenes, 100% puppet masters.
That's unfortunate. That should not end well for them.
Yeah, it's Bene Gesserit, but in a different world, right? Just the puppet master behind the scenes.
I like how you link that.
Yeah.
And I can finally get it. Nice. All right.
We are big Dune fans.
I've become a big Dune fan. All right. So, yeah, they left a whole lot of exciting stuff that should be coming in the future. What are your thoughts on what's coming soon?
I'm interested to see more of the Mayfairs, meet more of the actual supernatural elements that are inside of this universe. That's one thing that I think this has the most potential for, is that Anne Rice did such a good job building out this universe inside the novels that if we can get that put onto TV, we have many years of great TV in front of us. The problem is going to be bringing out the best parts of that. So right now in season 1, we didn't really get a lot, right? We got some.
It was a struggle.
It was low and slow, man. It was a slow burn. And we didn't really get a lot of cool powers or magic. Like, we got some, but like, this universe is so deeply enriched with supernatural creatures of all different types. And I just want to see more of them. I want to see more of them. I know they're going to introduce vampires in season 2. We will see, some of the vampires come through in this season. Probably not the main ones. You're not going to see Lestat. You're not going to see Louis. But we do start seeing more of that. I just need to see more of that. Because the one thing I love about this lore is the supernatural element of it. And yeah, I want answers on who Lasher is, and I want answers on like the way the witches work and all of their powers. Absolutely. But you got to add more. Let's start building out the universe now that we're in season 2 of both of those shows, and really start to bring them together and give you what we're looking for. Supernatural.
Cool.
What do you think? What do you want to see?
I don't know, because I'm just getting attached to it right now. So I don't know what I want from it. I know that they're heading in a better direction than it did in season 1. Mm-hmm. And that's about all I'm at right now. Like, it was still a chore to watch.
Yeah. I'm sure we're going to get answers on why Lasher is taking their lives without even knowing it. What's the connection between seducing them and then them hemorrhaging? Is he not human to the point where like he's like stabbing them? Like, is he killing them? Like, how is that working? Or is it seeming like a poison? where it starts to like dissolve them from the inside. Like, how is that working? Like, what is actually killing them? I'd like to know the answers to that. I'd like to know what Lasher really is. And then, yeah, just give us more supernatural elements. Start bringing in more different supernatural types of like creatures and Wayfair abilities. And I think we could really, really build into something here.
What if he's going after the Mayfair Witches just because he's looking for a compatible mate to bear a child?
I thought that he was, at first, when he was laying with the second victim, thought that he was creating an army of children. But we haven't seen them actually give birth. They just die. So that may still be a theory because we don't see it. We may or not.
They could have been just too weak in the bloodline wise for not strong enough to bear that child. That's the point I'm getting at.
That could be too. He's drawn to their scent. We know that. The smell of their blood, almost like a vampiric type of thing, but it's just a connection.
Wait, he was first introduced to that family way back when with the original that was about to be put in the water.
Yeah. Right.
That's a no-win situation. I thought that was so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, you die, you go to heaven. You don't die, or you drown, or what was it?
Yeah.
The water thing.
I think the idea is that either they are going to use magic and save themselves, and then we'll have proof that she really is a witch, and then we can kill her, or she's just going to die and go to heaven.
Yeah. That's a no-win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they weren't exactly good people, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the universe. I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of how erratic Rowan is, right? One minute she's, in love with Lasher. The next minute she's trying to take care of the baby. And like, she just seems all over the place to me. But I'm sure if I just had a baby and I had magical powers, I'd probably be losing my shit too. So I don't know. Give her a benefit of the doubt. All right, you guys, that is it for episodes 1 and 2 of Mayfair Witches. We're going to be dropping brand new episodes of our full discussions on the episodes on Tuesdays for Mayfair Witches. You'll also get Dexter, Original Sin on Mondays, and Silo will continue on Fridays. We only have 2 more episodes, unfortunately, for that one. I wish we had a full other season of that one to watch. That was so good.
We have only one more.
We have one more. I thought we had 2. All right, we got one more. We got a finale to watch, which I know is going to be good because I've been building to it all season. But if you guys really enjoyed this video and you want to watch more from us, you can check out one of our playlists right here. This is actually one of our most watched playlists. You can check out some really awesome sci-fi shows on this one, as well as some other playlists down here you could check out, and then something you may like right up here as well. But as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you never miss a single episode, up to 3 a week. Really appreciate all you guys subscribing and commenting. This has been a lot of fun. I look forward to it every day, every week that we do it. And so, what do you got to say?
Bye. Peace.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.